So, good morning, everyone. Uh, our topic is about valuation of properties. Your reporters, Donald Wayne Carbonell and Laica J. Loon. So, what is valuation? Valuation is the process of determining the value of certain properties for definite reasons. So, it is sometimes called appraisal. And there are several methods of valuation for or appraisal of properties. First is the historical cost less depreciation or present original cost value. To determine the value of a property by this method, one considers the actual expenses which have been incurred in constructing the property, together with the expenses incurred in maintaining the same in its present condition. This historical cost is then reduced by the depreciation that seems to have occurred. So this type of valuation of the property is combining the total na gasto sa owner sa pag-construct sa property and the cost to maintain it over the years. So bali mo to siya ang iyang ano. And there are times when the total value of the property is lower over the years, and also there are times when it is higher. So in the owner side, it is much better to sell it at the times when when it is of high cost. Uh, uh, but when talking about years over the years, it is sometimes unforeseeable since di ba na ito ma-predict ang market o kung saan ang kuan. So pero ato nga time mas best gid sa kung ang owner ibaligya na sa sa higher nga cost ang iyang property at that time. And also in the perspective of the buyer, he should only buy the property when it is he or she only buy the property when it is have a lower value than it is when times of high value. Second type of valuation of property or appraisal is called reproduction cost, new less depreciation. In this method, the fictitious equivalent plant or property is assumed to be built under present prices and conditions using the most efficient modern methods. So in this valuation method is the property is valuated based on present market prices. So if for example if your bungalow or villa is built on 2018 18 or 2017 when the for example the price of the cement block is only kind of 6 or 5 pesos. So taking present market prices into consideration is if the cement block costs 9 or 10 pesos right now is if in total in totaling the total value of the uh, of building the property, the value would be much higher. But then that is the value of uh, the property based on this valuation method. And also uh, factoring in the might be defect or the mga structural integrity sa katong building karon kung i-base sa katong gigamit pagid sa una nga mga materials kay ang ihamang value na karon kay katong kung unsay value atong nga mga materials karon dili sa una. And last method is the prudent investment method. In this method, it is believed that the owners of the property are entitled only to the amount that was prudently or wisely spent by the owners of the plant. So in this method, uh, the valuation it is only entailed to the wisely spent na mga gastuhonon sa pag-build sa property. So if ever na mga tumutumo or mga turo-turo nga mga paggasto, example kanang dili gid siya integral sa original nga plan to build the property is dili siya i-appeal sa final valuation sa property or yung appraisal.
Now I will tackle about valuation of extractive properties. The valuation of property is defined to be the present worth of all future income from the property. So if you think about it, lahat ng kikitain ng property mo or ng asset mo will be the present value of your property in present time. So this consists of two parts. First is the annual return or dividend on the investment, PR. Second is the annual deposit in the sinking fund. P times A over F, comma I, comma N. When we say extractive properties, this is the properties that is a wasting asset. What does wasting assets mean? So wasting assets are mines, oil, gas, and timberlands. Oil and gas wells, timberlands, and quarries. Extractive properties, yun yung mga properties na may kinukuha ka, may ine-extract ka. And these properties are depleted over time, or it cannot replenish itself over time. So for example, you have a quarry operation. So you wouldn't expect na yung quarry mo magalas siya talaga ng matagal or forever, yung parang ganon. And in evaluation of extractive properties, one part of it is very critical, and it is the estimation of the lifespan of your properties. Kasi nga, in extractive properties, you wouldn't expect your property to last. So, in estimating the lifespan of your property, you have to employ a technical man na competent staff na technical men na mag-estimate sa lifespan ng property mo or ng asset mo. So for example, in a quarry operation, the technical man will estimate the lifespan of your quarry operation for 15 years. And sa loob ng 15 years is naubos, hindi pa nakarating ng 15 years, naubos na yung aggregates ng quarry operation mo. So it means, nalulugi ka. Your property is nalulugi. Kasi hindi pa nakaabot ng ng estimated lifespan ng 15 years, ubos na yung resources ng property mo. So it means, there is a high chance na your property has a low value now. And for example naman, if the technical men estimate the lifespan of your property or asset, like say for example 10 years, hindi pa nakaabot ng 10 years, nabawi mo na yung investment mo on your property. For example, on your quarry operation again, nabawi mo na ang yung investment. So it means your property now has a chance of high value, or it means ginansyado ka sa imuhang property or sa imuhang operation. And commonly, on mines operation, there is a specific formula that is utilized, and it is called Household formula. So Household formula is P is equals to R over R plus A over F, comma I, comma N is equals to R over R plus I over 1 plus I over N minus 1. So this functional notation, A over F, comma I, comma N, is this formula, this I over 1 plus I raised to the power of N minus 1. And this is called the equal payment series sinking fund. A over F, comma I, comma N is an equal payment series sinking fund. So P is equal to the investment on the property, which will also represent the present worth of the property. R is the annual return on the property, or the annual gross income minus the annual operating cost. The little r is the rate of the dividend annually on P. The I is the rate of interest obtainable on the sinking fund. N is the number of years the property is estimated to last. Annual dividend on the investment is PR. In the event that there is a salvage value, L, at the end of n years, we obtain the following modification of Household's formula. So, we all know what is salvage value. Ito yung amount na matatanggap mo. Like for example, you have a machine or an equipment and nagamit mo na siya 5 years. So, you wanted to sell it. So, ang pera na matatanggap mo, that would be the salvage value of your equipment or your machine. So, if any case na Household's formula, or in any case the problem has a salvage value, then Household's formula will be modified. So, as before, PR is equals to annual dividend on investment, and R minus PR is equals to the annual deposit in the sinking fund. So at the end of n years, the amount in the sinking fund should be equal to the investment less the salvage value or minus the salvage value. Hence, P minus L is equals to R minus PR times F over A comma I comma N. So solving for P, we get P is equals to R over R plus A over F comma I comma N plus L divided by R times F over A comma I comma N plus 1. So this functional notation again, A over F comma I comma N is equal payment series sinking fund. And this functional notation here, this F over A comma I comma N is the equal payment series compound amount. And the formula of this A over F comma I comma N is F times I over 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1. And the formula of this functional notation f over a comma I comma n is a times 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1 over I. And that formula will be shown in the next slide that we tackled on the problem solving later.